Hi, this is Brian Gibbons. We're going to have a quick class in notes. Notes. What's a note? A note is something that you can create and sell part of in the secondary market. And note buyers want to see a certain kind of note. Alright? So I'm going to give you an example and then talk about that example and help you sell your listing if you're an agent, or sell your house if you're for sale by owner, or if you're an investor, work with an agent because there's a SAFE Act involved with seller financing. Are you ready? Going to be a lot of numbers up here, a lot of numbers. So just listen to this and I'll go through it and repeat it. Alright? Let's say that we have a $1.5 million house. And that's its appraised price, new appraisal. Okay? 1.5 million. Now, the history is an agent tried to sell this house. Agent tried to sell it. And the best price they could get for that 1.5 appraisal is 1.0. That's the super jumbo market not working today. Super jumbo. Lots of people can't get super jumbos and they got great credit. And they got big down payments and they still can't get it. The banks don't trust these expensive houses. They don't want to get them back and they don't want any defaults. And it's getting more and more strategic defaults right now. So if you're an agent or a broker, listen up. If you're a real estate investor, listen up, because what we're going to do is explain how can we use notes to sell this house at a very little discount and maximize its equity. So if the agent lists it for 1.5 and then keeps reducing it and reducing it and reducing it and reducing it, and the best price they can get is 1.0, is that good for the owner seller? No. No, it's not. Because they've basically lost. If they get a buyer, a qualified buyer, 1 million, and it's appraised at 1.5, what have they lost? They've lost 500,000. Most people, that's their whole life. And if they have to sell for some compelling reason, that's crap, isn't it? So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to act as a note broker or a note creator, and I'm going to help you. You're not going to have to create the note. But we're going to do this, a free and clear house now, no liens against it. We can work with liens. We use trusts to be able to put existing financing into a trust. But there's certain qualifications. This is just an example for free and clear house, 1.5 million appraisal. And the best offer they can get is about 66% of appraisal. That's crap, isn't it? All right, and if you're an agent, you don't want to have them lose all that money, do you? And if you're a broker, you don't want an expired listing. But you know, to sell it in these times right now in California, all these things are getting pushed down, pushed down, pushed down, and there's a wave of foreclosures coming. So these new appraisals are going to go down, 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 down. There's a silent inventory of foreclosures coming. This arm's resetting. It's going to be a mess. If you want to help sellers sell on seller financing using notes. Here's the example. So what we're going to do is we're going to study notes and what do note brokers need to help the seller help a buyer buy it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 1.5 house and we're going to get a 20% down payment, which is $300,000. Now that $300,000 is the seller's money right away, right now. Then we're going to do something in the note industry, talking about a two-note system. Two-note system. You ready? So we're going to create a first mortgage, and then we're going to have a 1.050K mortgage. That's a big mortgage, just over $1 million. Then we're going to have another small mortgage, maybe $250,000, $280,000. somewhere in that vicinity. First and second. Now that second isn't worth very much because you can't sell it in the secondary market. No note buyer will buy it. No, nobody. But look at the with 20% down. 20% down is 300,000. That is a very good thing for a note buyer. There's some skin in the game. Very important to have skin in the game when you're buying notes. If you don't have skin in the game, forget it. 10% down is not enough. 20% down is what we need. Okay? All right. So we've got 300,000, and that goes right to the seller now. Now, how can we get more money out? It's called partials. If you don't know what partials is, that's okay. I'll teach you. This is all done for you. It's done for you. You don't have to create these notes. I create them for you. And I already have buyers for them. I know what a sellable note is. To learn that, that'll drive you nuts. Your job is to find sellers that want to sell on seller financing using notes and maximizing their equity. So on this particular note, we got about $7,300 a month coming in. Now we got to talk about seasoning. Seasoning. What's seasoning mean? Seasoning means you have to have accurate payments on this note for a period of time. We only need 6 months, so we're going to do a little timeline here. And here's the timeline. This is 30 years, 30-year amortization. This is only 6 months. After the 6 months, Mr. Seller, right there, at that point, we're going to sell 5 years of payments. All these payments here, we're going to sell that to a note broker, and that's called the front end of a note. Not the tail, but the front end. Okay? And we're going to cash those payments in, and it's about time value of money. I won't go into that, but this is going to create another amount of money for the seller in 6 months, another 300 grand. Okay? And they're going to get that in 6 months. And then they're going to get the 7,300 for the rest of the time of the note. Does that sound good? Is that going to fit every situation? No. Can it get them top dollar for their house? Yes. In this non-lending market, they can get 1.5, whatever appraisal is. They can get all that money, and they're going to get some now and some later. If you want to work with me at California Seller Financing, you give me a call. We're going to take all your expired listings between 1 to 5 million and go talk to the seller. We're going to show them this. Does that make some sense? Is that a solution? That's using notes and selling part of it. Okay, what's worst case scenario? They don't pay you. You take the house back. You do it again. It's not a big deal. I've done this for over 25 years. In the 80s, we did it all the time. Interest rates were 12, 13, 14%. It was impossible. We had to do something creative. Right now, I have buyers in my back pocket being able to pay another $300,000 to the seller today. Is this a solution if you're an agent? Is this a solution if you're a broker? Is this a solution if you're a mortgage broker? Is this a solution for people that just need to get some cash to pay some bills? You betcha. Brian Gibbons, California Seller Financing. I make you a promise. I'm going to give you every opportunity to introduce me to a seller. I'm going to give them a proposal, and they do nothing. They don't sign anything. They don't give me any money. They don't make any commitments. I go talk to their CPA. Why? Because Section 453 of the code, 453 of the Internal Revenue Code allows us to do this. I'm an expert in seller financing taxation. The IRS lets you do this. Let's get it done. Let's help sellers sell, get top price. They get some money now and some money later. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good idea? Give me a call. I look forward to hearing from you. All right? I really love doing this. And there's nothing better in this non-lending market. Bye for now. See you later.